to the Batmobile. Let's go.
Atomic batteries to power. Turbines to speed.
Roger. Ready to move out.
Welcome back to motherfucking Basement Boy Banter. How the fuck y'all doing? It's been a hot minute. Holy shit. What's it been, like 22
I don't
days?
even want to admit it.
A little bit over 3 weeks since we've done an episode. I mean, we've done a review and we've done a bunch of wrestling videos.
Getting your wrestling fix.
You're getting your wrestling fix if you're a wrestling fan, which apparently not many of our subscribers are. But enough of you. We see you. But we're back. Episode 60, Basement Boy Banner. We couldn't be more excited. Obviously, I'm Thor. That's Brian. We recap the Weekend Nerd, or in this case, we just talk about all the shit that's happened since our little hiatus. Thanks to everyone who was wishing me well. I got better, feeling a lot better. Obviously, I'm back alive. Everything should start kicking in here again. Gamer Corner. I know we missed E3. We kind of dropped the ball on that. We kind of screwed the pooch. You know, we fucked it up. We're sorry. We did, an hour show last year on E3? And
Yes.
This year, nothing. No E3 spectacular. We will have the Comic-Con extravaganza for sure when Comic-Con comes around next month in July. That's coming up soon, so I'm excited for that. 80s cartoon bonanza is happening in the next 4 weeks, people. Write it down. Within the next month, there will be a cartoon bonanza, and it will be all about 80s cartoons. So that's not going to have Brian on it because he wasn't born that early.
That's fine. I got some plans for Gamer Corner related things. I know that's my area, and I missed.
That's your
E3.
little baby.
So I have some ideas. We'll see which ones actually come to fruition.
Well, when we do 90s cartoons, then you can be on that one. Mm-hmm. So we got some other ideas working. The wrestling videos will keep coming.
The aughts?
The aughts. There wasn't really a lot of good aught cartoons.
Well, we could still do it and talk about the bad ones.
We could. Maybe we will. Probably bringing back Anime Spotlight. I didn't even tell you that.
It has been a long time since we did
and the
an
whole
Anime Spotlight.
collection's right there. I can literally just grab a DVD anytime.
So no excuse like you forgot the thing.
Yeah, I can't say I forgot it. It's literally right behind us. That's coming back by popular demand. What else is going on? We got all this shit coming. We have plans. Like I said, the wrestling videos will continue. I can hear the cheers. That's it's they're awesome. I know wrestling's great. So, but either way, with all that being said, thanks for tuning in. Let's start it. Let's recap the week in Nerd, or the last 3 weeks in Nerd, whatever. There's been a ton of shit. Let's start off with Justice League and Star Wars Rogue One. First off, Justice League. There's been, I think they've invited the whole world to come to the set and write good things about it. And talk about how Batman's gonna have a different suit and Wonder Woman's gonna have a different costume and there's gonna be more fun and the biggest news that's probably come out is Steppenwolf is gonna be the villain. So we all thought it was gonna be Darkseid, and apparently there's a Steppenwolf scene in Batman vs Superman that's gonna come out in the Ultimate Edition. I think they already released it online, but it will be in the Ultimate Edition when they release that. And that's coming out in a couple weeks. July 19th, people. July 19th. Rated R, Batman vs. Superman. I've read some early reviews. They said it didn't improve the movie any if you didn't like the movie. But as someone who enjoyed the movie, I think it will improve it for me. And I love the Watchmen Ultimate Cut. Not the Ultimate Cut, the semi-Ultimate Cut. Not the one that's got the animated Black Flag stuff in there or the animated sections. I'm talking about just the one that has... That's 3+ hours long. The director's cut, not the Ultimate Edition. You get what I'm saying? I know you guys get what I'm saying. What else? There's just been so much. I mean, renditions of what Flash's suit might look like from a description that they got while on set visits. There's tons. I mean, I've been inundated with fucking Justice League stuff, and I'm just they're not in that much trouble. Suicide Squad still hasn't come out. If Suicide comes out, bombs, and is horrible, DC's in trouble. They're probably still going to keep chugging forward because they're really all in at this point. They're at the poker table. They have pushed all the chips in the center, and they're fucking just riding out. They're waiting for the river. You know what I mean? The river card, Texas Hold'em. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta talk magic cards for me.
Okay, they're waiting for that. They're waiting for that jack to get a full house. They are.
The Jack or the Joker?
Well, they don't have jokers in real decks of cards. They take those out, but whatever.
That's why they're doing so good. Because they kept them in.
Because they kept them in, right? So they're all in. But what do you think? What do you think about? Have you read any of this Justice League stuff? Have you seen any of it scrolling on Facebook or Instagram?
But that's the thing. When it becomes so much, you just sort of scroll past. Like there's the Turkish Hulk, and I mean I saw like 1,000 of them, but I just scroll past it because there's way too much.
I just scrolled past that a little bit ago when I was doing
there's too much.
Finalizing pre-show.
Scroll past it. It needs to be.
The only part I found semi interesting was the Steppenwolf stuff.
Yeah.
Who's going to be the
I
villain?
agree.
That's the most interesting part, I think, of everything we've heard, because that's Darkseid's uncle, all right? He's got a big part. He's actually, the picture I saw, and if that's him, it was pretty fucking cool. He had like these massive horns, not horns, but they're like, I don't know, he almost looked like a hammerhead shark kind of. I don't know. It was, I might throw the picture up. We'll see how, much editing I want to do for the first time back. But yeah, that's probably the most popular. That's probably the most interesting thing to come out of that. Now, Rogue One, however, they've been giving us the goodness. We didn't get a new trailer or anything, but we got like a slew of pictures in Entertainment Weekly. We got that badass black stormtrooper outfit. We got Forrest Whitaker's character is going to be one of the dudes from the Clone Wars. I forget his name. I think it's Saw Gerrera or something like that. He's from the Clone Wars. He's in, I want to say it's like season 3 or 4. He's in a little bit of it. But that's who Forrest Whitaker's character is. And then we got that dude in the white cloak and the white suit that they all thought was a Grand Admiral.
Yeah.
He's actually a director.
Okay.
Which is like new to canon. They introduced it in like I want to say A New Hope and maybe Tarkin, but they're kind of like in between Grand Admiral. It almost like a Grand Admiral in training, we'd call it.
So a regular admiral.
But I read it almost more as like no, because they're like the IRS. They're like the Internal Revenue Service, or they're like the what I mean. They're like the not the Gestapo, but they're like the what I mean.
I love that. Like getting into the slimy money guys.
Yeah,
like,
I thought that was pretty cool. Like there's a lot of good pictures from
Story
the
of tax evasion.
Story of tax evasion. How the Death Star bankrupt the Empire. That's how they really lost. But I know I found a lot of that stuff really cool. Oh, we got the biggest wow moment of the week. Darth Vader is going to be in Rogue One, which there was really no way he couldn't be in Rogue One.
Yeah.
Like you got to think about it. Oh, and I think they said that Rogue One's going to end like 10 minutes before A New Hope starts. Like legitimately like 10 minutes before that. So I don't know. It's pretty curious. I think everybody dies in Rogue One. They'd have to. Because we've never seen any of these characters in A New Hope. So you'd assume that they'd all die in Rogue One, wouldn't you?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Unless they're just background characters that die right away
in A New Hope. That would be interesting. It'll be interesting. That would be really interesting if maybe somebody from from Rogue One is on the ship that they go and kill everybody on. So you have to imply that they got killed at that moment.
Well, and
you know what I mean?
What would be cool is, it's way too late for it to really, really matter. But okay, so we watch a movie where these guys are badasses the whole time, and then Darth Vader comes on and kills them all. Like we think they're just peons. But when you have this movie to back it up, and they're like, actually, no, these guys were actually tough, sweet, cool, like people, then it's like, whoa, Darth Vader was a bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, totally.
And it's not like we need that, but it kind of makes. I like the idea of making those movies basically reinforcing cool things about them, like Darth Vader's badass because he just chump kills these freaking.
Well,
really tough guys.
We're getting James Earl Jones back for the voice work, so that's freaking awesome. Like that couldn't get better. You know what I mean? Like honestly. But there's a lot of stuff that happened while we've been gone. Bryan Cranston's gonna be Zordon in Power Rangers the movie. Like for fucking real? Like I
I'm all
literally
about that.
literally thought it was a joke when I first read it. I was like, no fucking way. Not possible. It's not going down. I'm starting to have more hope for this Power Rangers
Yes.
movie. I really am. And it has nothing to do with them following us on Instagram.
Don't ask me.
Something. It has nothing to do with that. It has all to do with that.
These cast Bryan Cranston.
They got Elizabeth Banks as Rita Repulsa. Now you got Bryan Cranston as Zordon. And now, like, I didn't love the suits, but I'm curious. They've definitely piqued my curiosity, and the addition of Bryan Cranston definitely didn't hurt them.
See, I think at the end of the day, the most likely outcome of Power Rangers is like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, not the new one because I haven't seen it, but
Yeah, Out of
one
the
before
Shadows.
that.
How do we drop the ball on that? No,
You
no.
had Vertigo, man.
Oh, okay, yeah, right.
But I mean, it'll be fun. I think at minimum.
Yeah, it should be. It
I
should
don't
be a
think
good
it's
time.
gonna be like, whoa, that was the best movie ever. But I think it'll be fun.
Hopefully, let's hope. I mean, I've never really been a big Power Rangers guy, but whatever. I mean, we're gonna see it regardless. Something I'm really excited for, and I mean like semi. Transformers 30th anniversary. Now, Transformers the movie, the only good one that's ever existed, the animated one from I want to say 86, but don't quote me on that. I was young at the time. Is coming out with 30th anniversary. Yeah, it would have been 86. Math, motherfucker. Math. 1986. Transformers animated movie coming out with a 30th anniversary edition steelbook on Blu-ray, douches. 9/13/16.
Yeah, douches.
Sorry, I was gonna say something else, but
I
that's what
actually
came
have
out.
a question related to that. Then.
Well, I got in a little trouble about my women comments from the
Did you actually?
yeah.
Good. 'Cause
Legitimately.
You deserved it. Shh. But anyway, so
Wrestling video, watch it.
how old were you when that came out? Like 40?
See, now you're making me like, if that's the case, I am the Highlander. There can be only one. I don't even age. Like I've been murdering
what if
dudes
I was
by cutting
also
their heads off.
a Highlander, and the only reason I agreed to do this show was to kill you and take your power?
Next time on Base Boy Banter, the sword fight.
Don't promise stuff we can't.
That was facetious, guys. We're not Highlanders. I'm not that fucking old. He's an asshole. Plain and simple. But Transformers 30th anniversary steelbook on Blu-ray. I have like a bootleg copy on DVD that like is in English, but then has some sort of Asian subtitles, and you can't even turn them off. It's really annoying. So I'm super looking forward to this.
Marker quality.
Well, and it's super horrible quality too. I'm pumped for this because if they do it right and they've like cleaned it up the way I think they have and made it widescreen.
We got an anime spotlight coming up.
Ooh, we definitely got an animation spotlight coming up. Oh, you know what's... Well, Killing Joke's coming out. No, that's... Fuck. It debuts at Comic-Con. I think it comes out in August or September.
So we got two anime
God,
spotlights coming up.
Well, yeah, and I told you. I said it's coming back. I already said that. That's already
Yeah, but now they
set
can
in
look
stone.
forward to those.
Oh, here's your rumor mill for the week. X-Men and Avengers crossover. Apparently, Marvel and Fox are having conversations about a crossover movie. Number one, I don't buy it. Number two, I don't want it. And number three, it's not fucking happening. Go.
You're dumb, because that would be awesome.
Really, though, would it? Really, would it, though?
I have no idea. I'll be honest. It's one of those things where, who knows? At this point, who knows?
Legitimately, the only crossover I ever want to happen would be Deadpool. Deadpool's like the only one who can cross both universes. That I'd be fine with. Have Deadpool show up.
I'd be fine with Wolverine.
Yeah, but see, no, because then if Wolverine, then you have to have all the other ones. Deadpool would be an easy one because
Why do you have to have all the other ones? Wasn't Wolverine an Avenger?
For a period of time. But I think a lot of X-Men have been Avengers over the course of time.
Right, but why can't you just...
I don't even think Deadpool's ever been an Avenger.
What if they made him an Avenger? Because, think about it.
I don't even think they heard that. You whispered that so softly to me.
Sorry.
He said, "What if they made him an Avenger?" And is really soft,
Okay, well,
like
hold on,
super.
hold on. Which movie had Avenger tie-in things? So maybe...
Well, Deadpool did with the helicarrier type thing, right?
Maybe the talks aren't about the rest of them. Maybe they're like, hey, we saw what you did over there with Deadpool.
We want to use them.
You wanna put him in Avengers?
Because he could actually make a joke about being in, you know what I mean? Like he could break the fourth wall and be like, you know what I mean? Like it would make sense. I don't really think any of this is gonna happen though, people. I really don't get your hopes up. And do you really want it Fox is doing fine with the X-Men movies. I liked X-Men Apocalypse. I don't know how people responded to that movie. Did people like that movie or
Don't
dislike
ask
that movie?
me. I love that movie.
Yeah, I like that movie too. I like what Fox is doing. I like what Marvel's doing. The only property I want, if they're having talks, I hope it's about Fantastic fucking Four and being like, all right, are we going to get this right, or are you just going to give it back to us? That's what they should be talking about. Not X-Men. X-Men, X-Force,
and they
all
could
that shit's
totally
on
be talking
lockdown.
about Fantastic Four. It's the rumor mill. They
Phase,
misconstrue.
Marvel Phase 4 is coming up. If they had Fantastic Four, the first family of Marvel in Phase 4, right? My mind just exploded. So we might, back to the rumor mill, Spidey is getting Carnage, possibly. Some Michael, I want to say Madonna, but I don't think that's right. I think it's Mando. I don't even fucking know. He got cast in Spider-Man. I don't know what he's from. I wouldn't recognize him. And then the internet went crazy. Is he going to be Carnage? Have we gotten to that point yet? I know Sony said they want to build a universe with Spider-Man
Right.
and Marvel as partners. Have we really gotten to Carnage yet, though? We haven't even introduced Venom. It's the first movie.
Couldn't they, though? And
it's the first movie.
you might disagree with me here, but couldn't they introduce Carnage, technically speaking, before Venom?
No.
Why not?
I'm pretty sure
Because Carnage is Spider-Man and Venom.
combined. No, I think Carnage is his own symbiote.
No, don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure
We didn't do
it's
enough.
a
We
symbiote.
didn't do enough research for this topic.
Sure. I'm
clearly.
almost 100% sure it's a symbiote relating to Spider-Man's
I thought
DNA or something.
Maybe but it split off of Venom.
Yeah, some shit like that. So
I don't know.
What you could arguably do is if you're like, okay, we don't want to go the Venom route yet, you could still include Venom's DNA and lead into Venom to make him look more like a bigger threat.
Maybe. I mean, it's a possibility. There was a bunch of other castings too. Two black guys got cast in the movie, which, I mean, two black guys in Spider-Man, whoa, they're breaking the mold here. I think Donald Glover, which got everybody excited, which I don't even know if that was real. But then, I don't know this dude's name. All I remember is he was from The Big Hit with Mark Wahlberg, and if you've never seen that movie, treat yourself. Treat yourself. It is... just watch it. That's all I can say. Christina Applegate in her prime. I want to say Christina Applegate. Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg's all you got to say, man.
Oh, yeah.
Mark equality.
Oh yeah, it was Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. It was right after Marky Mark too. It was fresh acting. Watch it. That's all I can say. It's called The Big Hit.
Well,
yes,
I mean,
The Big Hit.
If you've ever seen Transformers 4, you know.
Yeah. Why do I want to keep saying 5? 4. You're right. 4.
You know how much he's improved. So I can't even imagine.
He mailed it in so hard for that movie. It wasn't even funny. That was the biggest mail-in job I've ever seen. He literally showed up for a paycheck.
Well, duh.
Well, and then and when you have Michael Bay directing you, it's not hard because he's whatever. All right, don't get me off on it. I was happy with Transformers because the Steelbook, Blu-ray, animated, focus, no 5, don't that bullshit. 4, whatever, fucking. How about Kellen Lutz's He-Man? Lutz. Kellen Lutz. Kellen Lutz is best known for his roles in the Twilight movies. He was also in a failed Hercules movie.
Who is he?
He was the brother. He was the strong brother.
I'm okay with that.
As He-Man? Mm-hmm. Did you watch the Hercules movie that he bombed in?
No.
I don't think he can carry a movie. I don't think he's a movie star.
Okay. But
I think
he was in Twilight, so he's got the two things you need for He-Man: muscles and gay.
Wow. He-Man's awesome.
I love He-Man, but
Right.
you need
true.
a mark of
I don't know.
mysterious bisexuality to play He-Man.
They need nothing will ever live up to the Dolph Lundgren Master of the Universe. Nothing ever will. But I don't want this. There's better choices out there. Bring Dolph Lundgren back and have him be He-Man a second time. That's a better option. Not really. I'm joking, but
Yeah.
there are better options. Bowser, stop.
You could bring him back as He-Man's dad.
Oh, yeah, that would be horrible. Yeah, don't do that either. Speaking of Deadpool 2 is going to start filming next year. Early next year. like early next year. You don't want to know what's going on over there. Deadpool 2 filming next year. Go ahead.
Cool. I don't know what you expect. I was okay with Deadpool. It wasn't my favorite movie, but I liked it.
It wasn't your favorite movie? What did you not? Hold on. Deadpool is an amazing movie.
I agree, but I wouldn't say it's my favorite movie.
Of 2016? What's your favorite superhero?
I already told you.
Oh, yeah, X-Men.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. We talked about this. This is Bowser, everybody. You guys got to meet Dukers a couple episodes ago. This is Bowser, my other shithead. So I have 2 dogs, and they're both adorable. I know. Thank you. Cutest dogs ever, clearly.
So you're one of those pet owners?
I am one of those guys. Well, I couldn't deal with the whining. He was sitting there crying, and it just was about to make me snap. There's an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. train, I think, driving around, I want to say somewhere in California. Mm-hmm. It's like one of the light rail type trains.
Okay.
And it's got a metal chain wrapped around it that's on fire. Ghost Rider?
Oh, yeah. I remember you mentioning
Ghost
that.
Rider possibly showing up on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Let's hope.
I don't know how I feel about that, though.
Dude, I am all about the Ghost Rider. Even,
Like,
horrible actor guy, I forget his name.
Nick Cage.
Yeah.
Nick Cage.
I loved him in that.
Nick Cage was solid as Ghost Rider. Like, he was...
But that's just because I love Ghost Rider.
He was a solid Ghost Rider.
I think he's an underutilized
Character?
Marvel hero because he's cool. You know what I mean? Like, I love him with Daredevil and some of the, like, you know, Punisher. Like, I like him in that section.
Well, that's why if they did the Netflix series, I'm totally down for that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm totally down for a Netflix series. I don't know how I feel about him on ABC on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. That I'm not sure about how I feel. I mean, using Daredevil, you know, I'm totally with that. But am I with him being on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
See,
I don't know.
I'd prefer him with Daredevil and all them, but I'll take what I can get.
And who says he can't be on Netflix or he can't be on those after? And this is just the introduction to him. I want to see a casting.
Yeah.
I want some Iron Fist news. Oh, Luke Cage. I want some Luke Cage stuff. I think we might get a Luke Cage trailer at Comic-Con. We're going to get a Luke Cage something at Comic-Con. I would guarantee.
Comic-Con's going to be good, I think.
I have a feeling this year might not be bad. Well, a lot of people are pulling out next year, so it'll be interesting to see what they do this year. And then lastly, but definitely not least, I'm going to have to do this one on just for Brian. Ansel Elgort, I think that's how you say his name, Fault in Our Stars.
Okay.
He got cast in the Dungeons and Dragons movie. Yes. Is that exciting?
Well, but Dungeons and Dragons movie news.
That's why I put it on there for you.
Cameron will be happy.
Camelama Ding Dong.
He is.
What?
Oh my goodness.
I love Cam.
Camelama Ding Dong. Somebody help me. Cameron's gonna hate you.
Have I never said that before?
Not in front of me. He's gonna hate me because that's what he's getting calls from now on. Hey,
Dude,
Camelama Ding Dong. Oh,
he's the best. I love Cameron.
Shit.
That dude cracks me up.
Oh my! Have you called him Camelama Ding Dong before?
I don't think so. Maybe. I don't know.
Oh my god!
When did I come up with that?
I hope right now.
Maybe I did. Maybe that just came off the dome. I don't even know.
Oh my god!
I just when you said that, I was like, he needs a nickname anyways. Cameron needs a nickname.
Sweet lord!
That's solid.
The dude loves Dungeons and Dragons more than life itself. Like literally, I don't know if I've already.
He's told me 45-minute stories about characters he's designed in that game before.
The kid, we were playing frickin' Axis and Allies, and we said, "Hey Cameron, you have to put this many units on Alaska." He put them on Mexico. He doesn't know where Alaska is compared to Mexico. But I swear to God, if you were to ask him, what page is the dual-wielding stick the sword up your butthole feat, he could tell you the exact fucking sentence. Like those people who know, like the Bible's got verse whatever. He's like that with freaking Dungeons and Dragons books. And he's played 3.5, Pathfinder, 4, 5, and he can do that with pretty much every single one of those and their sub books. I mean, I won't claim that he could literally do that with everything, But I mean, the dude, one day I'm like, hey, can I make a character that eats people's weapons? And he texted me 3 different variations and how to make those characters. 3 different variations on a character that can eat people's weapons.
Oh, Cam.
That is, I mean, if you're not a Dungeons and Dragons master at that point,
yeah. Oh, he is a dungeon master.
I don't know what it takes. I don't know what it takes to be one.
He's for sure the dungeon master.
So I'll have to ask him and see how excited he is. For
so you really gonna use
Fault
that?
in our Dungeons and Dragons?
Fault in our dungeon. Are you really gonna use the name?
Kamalama Ding Dong? Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm when I go home, he's getting called Kamalama Ding Dong.
Oh, what did I do? I'm sorry, Cam. I apologize in advance, or I guess post now. Well, that's it. That's all we got. I mean, that was pretty good. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff. It was some old news, some new news, some inconsequential news. You know, whatever. You take what you want and leave the rest. It's like a buffet. Right? We're totally like a buffet.
So gorge yourself.
Gorge yourself. Watch some of our wrestling videos. They're pretty good. And if you want to see me talk bad about women, then watch the 4th episode because I say things I probably shouldn't have said. Other than that, episode 61 will be sooner than later. Within the next...
Hopefully a shorter time span than this episode.
Definitely not 22 days in between episodes. Like he said, Gamer Corner coming back. Everything coming back. We're back at it. I'm feeling great. Like I said again, thanks everyone for your well wishes.
Yoga biceps. Ooh, they're back.
They are not. I went and worked out. My workouts have been horrible, but nobody wants to hear about that. So other than that, until we shoot another episode or video or review or whatever the fuck we're doing, you can find us Basement Boy Banter, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Hit me up on Snapchat, whatever. We're all over the place. Find us. Until next time, deuces. If you like what you just saw, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our videos, follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and like our Facebook page.